Greetings and salutations, my fellow primal movers and enthusiasts. Welcome to my channel. My name is Oscar Perez, creator of Primal Kinetics Training System. I'm a movement specialist and coach. This video is dedicated to debunk arguments pro-veganism and vegetarianism. This is my beef with veganism. A little bit of history first, before we dive into the real meat of the argument. The concept of flesh avoidance can be traced back to ancient Indian and Eastern Mediterranean societies. Vegetarianism is first mentioned by Greek philosopher and mathematician Pythagoras of Samos around 500 BCE. Pythagoras promoted benevolence amongst all species, including humans. Followers of Buddhism, Hinduism, and Jainism also advocated, and still do, vegetarianism, believing that humans should not inflict pain on other beings. The meatless lifestyle was never popular in the West, thank goodness, although it would sometimes show its ugly face during health crazes and religious revivals. The Ephrata Cloister, a strict religious sect founded in 1732 in Pennsylvania, advocated vegetarianism as well as celibacy. The utilitarian philosopher Jeremy Bentham believed that animal suffering was just as serious as human suffering, and likened the idea of human superiority to racism. The first vegetarian society was formed in 1847 in England. The now defunct American Vegetarian Society was founded by Sylvester Graham, William Elcott, and Russell Trowell. Sylvester Graham, an early advocate of dietary reform in the US, and the inventor of the Graham bread made from chemical-free unsifted flour. He was highly influential and promoted vegetarianism and a high-fiber diet as a cure for alcoholism and lust. He preached that a diet containing the confounding variables of meat and white flour was unhealthy, and it stimulated excessive sexual desire, which irritated the body and caused disease. Damn, what a nutjob. John Harvey Kellogg followed Graham's footsteps. He invented, what you already know, cornflakes, and a process for making peanut butter. He advocated a high-fiber vegetarian diet, of course, with his cereal, to combat the twin evils of constipation and natural urges. Kellogg was against sexual activity in general. The demonization of meat has its roots, and it is still well ingrained in today's society with the help of the government, who created the infamous food pyramid based on Graham and Kellogg's recommendations. Removing the top of the food pyramid, where you find the animal products, and you have the vegan diet. Still promoted with religious fervor, the language of moral rectitude still lurks in the vegetarian and vegan arguments. And that, my friends, must be stopped. It is time to tap into the cult of veganism. In November 1944, a British woodworker named Donald Watson announced that because vegetarians ate dairy and eggs, he was going to create a new term called vegan to describe those who did not. Tuberculosis had been found in 40% of Britain's dairy cows the year before, and Watson used this to his advantage, claiming that it proved that vegan lifestyle protected people from tainted food. Strict veganism prohibits the use of animal products, even if it is not for food. But like any lifestyle choice that ends in ism, there are plenty of people who cheat. The vitamin B12, which is very important for humans, is found almost entirely in animal products. So many vegans eat fortified food or take supplements, which are man-made and not easily absorbed by humans in order to at least be able to continue the lifestyle. Veganism is tied to animal rights movement, and it is out there on the fringe. An ideology does not need to have a deity in order to qualify as a religion, or to make a cult of its adherents. All that is necessary is for people to make an idol of something and to demonize those who oppose their beliefs. Veganism is the worship of animals. Only the cute ones, by the way. based on the erroneous notion that when properly used for food and or other ways like clothing, animals are being mistreated. Vegans consider themselves to be wiser and more righteous than the population at large, and condemned us for not falling in line with their beliefs. This is not at all to say that mankind has been doing things right in the production of animal foods. Concentrated animal feeding operations, or CAFOs, and the assembly line approach to raising animals is an unmitigated disaster for the animals, the environment, workers, and consumers. But because people do things the wrong way, that doesn't mean the correct way does not exist. Remember, extremism does not bear fruit. To believe the answer to the CAFO abomination is to also prohibit and cease the practice of sound, humane animal husbandry. It's like saying the answer to domestic violence is to forbid marriage between people, especially between a man and a woman. Talk about throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Check Regenerating Grasslands. Link in the description. I'm not saying that anyone should be forced to eat animal products or cannot freely choose what they want to eat, but veganism is a militant philosophy that does not allow for others freedom of choice, slightly working on people's consciences by labeling them as murderers for eating meat. It is suffice to say that veganism was founded on the premise that people should live without exploiting animals, and pledges seeking an end to animal suffering caused by humans. Many of those who think veganism is the path to superior health sadly discover in time otherwise. Thank you for watching and showing interest in my work. It is much appreciated. Hopefully you are finding this informative and entertaining as well. Until next time, bye.